before we move everything that we have right now to Substance and start painting, I want to create a gradient map. That's basically a map that has a ramp top to bottom. So the easiest way to create it is just let's duplicate our baking group to make sure it's all separate meshes, because I know, for example, yeah, this is one mesh, but at the end I want the gradient from here to here and from here to here. So this needs to be two meshes. So the easiest way is to combine it all, delete the history and separate it all, because now I can be sure that each mesh is a separate piece. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to center the pivot in each mesh, and then with the absolute transforms up here, we want to align it exactly into the center. Now what we want to do, I had the bake group selected as well. I don't want it to have the bake group selected, just this duplicated group again. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to add a shader to this. So we can just use a Lambert with a ramp as a projection. Now I want to say fit to Bbox, and that's it basically. But one thing that we want to look out for now is assets that are rotated in the wrong way, basically. So this guy is perfectly right. It's exactly what we want, top to bottom. But this guy, for example, as you can see, it's slightly rotated, so the ramp will be off. So what we want to do now is I want to go piece by piece and rotate them in a way that they are nicely top to bottom and not rotated. So we can hide this one. That's the ball. As you can see, we can just rotate this slightly also. We just rotate it like this. Here, same. This is okay. This is okay. Food is okay. This should get like this. So that's just getting in here and rotating all the pieces. So that makes sense. This can take a while, but it's quite important because we're going to use this map quite a lot. So yeah, just take your time, rotate them nicely. And the majority of the assets should be fine anyway. It's just the ones on the arms, for example, exactly. Let's do it like this. Okay. Okay. Also, this don't need to be like science or anything. It's just a rough thing, but we want to make sure we look at everything. And on some things, you can just choose basically how you want your gradient. Like there is no right or wrong basically. just make sure if you go top to bottom, then always try to go top to bottom and don't go top to bottom and then the next piece next to it bottom to top or something, because that could look strange. Yeah, that's basically all I need to worry about. Mhm. Okay, just a couple of more pieces. Mm. Okay, so now that this is done, we can unhide them all again. And now we want to do, because as you can see, for this one, the gradient would fit, but this guy, for example, wouldn't get any gradient. It just looks like color. So what we want to have at the end is we want to scale this one up like this, so it gets the whole gradient. So how can we do this? Easiest way is to put a lattice on each and every piece, and then just work with the lattices. So just go through all the assets and press G now. So we get a lattice on each and every piece. Oh, now that I see it, before we want to do this, is um, we have to freeze our transforms again. So the lattice is not rotated when we create it. So let's do it again, lattice, and click through each and every piece. Okay. This can take a while as well, but yeah, this is basically the fastest way that we can do this. And we don't need a separate software, because doing this inside Substance, for example, would take ages as well, because we need to paint it basically. So yeah. Okay. So now we want to isolate all those lattices and the projection, so we see how big it needs to be. Now let's go to the front and let's select all of the top pieces. So everything on top of 0 in the y-axis. So we have all the top points of the lattice, and let's move them up. Nice. Same here. Scale it down, move it down. And now if we look at it, as you can see, it all got stretched and scaled. So now everything has the full gradient on it. So we want to delete the history. We want to combine this whole mesh, delete the history as well, and we can call this one gradient mesh and gradient material. Now we want to open up our Hypershade. We want to select the mesh and shift select the material. And if we go to edit, convert file, texture to file to texture, we can convert this gradient to a texture. So we want to say extend the edge color. So we have a bleeding and we want to have it in 4K. Now if we press convert, it will automatically do this and assign it to a new shader. So we can already look at it inside Maya. Okay, So it's the gradient map 1. So let's reassign the old gradient node to this one, so it doesn't get lost. And just to check it out, we can apply it to these meshes here. And as we can see, each and every piece now has a nice gradient. Okay, so let's take all those maps and move them to Substance.